What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we are diving into our first battles in Go Battle League Season 4 Ultra League. Now, man, this team is actually amazing. I did 3 sets today, went 13-2 overall. This team was phenomenal. It does well when you lose lead, it does well when you win lead, and we're going to talk about why. Now, the premise behind the team is Tangrowth on the lead does well against a lot of stuff, and the things that usually will lose to, it could potentially hit with super effective damage, that being that rock slide. So a great example, which we are going to see today, is Charizard, right? Double weak to rock, and you can actually win in the one shield with the Tangrowth by just going straight rock slide. So the premise behind the team is if we win lead, it's an obvious huge positive, and we have hard counters in the back for whatever they have. If we lose lead, we're looking to get one shield from our opponent and then farm down with an optimal either waterfall or confusion, whatever's going to do more damage, and get energy advantage and win endgame with shields and energy, because Empoleon and Gallade endgame do so well together. They are a great dynamic duo, so that is what I went in with today. This team, you do need all the essential moves here. I don't have any replacements off the top of my head. This team is basically, it is what it is, and it worked for me. So, Empoleon, the only Community Day move is that Hydro Cannon. The rest of the team, you don't need Community Day moves. If you guys want to know a little more about the team, talk about the nitty gritty, be sure to stick around till after the battles. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into the video. Alright, getting into these first battles here. So, I dropped all of my dust. I had 300,000 dust, and I dropped it all to get Tangrowth and Empoleon ready for this season. So we have Tangrowth on the lead versus a Dragonite. Bad matchup for us, but what's great is Rock Slide does super effective damage. Now, what I learned is we need to be overcharging and try to get a fast move in right there when they go for the Dragon Claw. As you guys can see, it comes in crucial, and we're not going to shield in this situation. We're going to build up to 2 Rock Slides right here, and then now go for the back-to-back. They aren't at a Dragon Claw just yet. We can get to back-to-back, apply huge shield pressure, and chunk a lot of health. So we get the first shield right there. We're going to go for another rock slide right here. And this is what I mean by if we lose the lead, we need to lose softly and get shield advantage. So as you can see, we have shield advantage, and the Dragonite is low. Now, they are going to farm us down, but what's great and why Empoleon is important, you have that steel typing, which is going to be resisting both the dragon type moves and the flying type moves coming from a Dragonite here, so we don't have to give up a shield. Hurricane comes through, we do resist it, which is fine, and we're going to be able to farm down. Now, what's also great about Empoleon is it has Drill Peck, everyone, and we see a Poliwrath come in. So Poliwrath going to be taking super effective damage because of that fighting typing here from the Drill Peck, and then we are going to safe swap now into the Gallade to chunk some extra health and look to win this next matchup. We see a Charizard come in. Beautiful. This is why we have shield advantage. Gallade on the safe swap absolutely destroys confusion, chunks so many Pokemon, and all we have to do is safely shield right here and basically commit to the farm down and look to get a back-to-back Leaf Blade off. Now, I do decide to throw a Leaf Blade right here, just in case they decided to shield, but I can get to another Leaf Blade in time. No, they decided not to shield, which is fine. We are going to shield right here because I am currently at the perfect health to be able to survive an Ice Punch. That's crucial, so we're going to be able to get one more confusion off, and now we can go for back-to-back Leaf Blades right here. We have it ready to go. Poliwrath is coming back in. It's obviously going to shield right here. We still have Empoleon with a bit of health left. We're going to try to swap, but I couldn't. Now, Ice Punch is coming through, but Ice Punch doesn't do a lot of damage, so we are barely going to hold on right here and then be able to get off a Leaf Blade now to finish off the Poliwrath. So there we go. Game 1. This is what this team is about, and trust me, it gets even better when you win the lead, especially if you face something like a Swampert or something like that. The game is really, really fun. All right, moving into the next battle. Oop, got to do the transition. Okay, moving to the next battle here. I believe this is the Charizard battle. And I faced this multiple times, so I'm just kind of showing you the best of those multiple times. But we have Tangrowth on the lead versus Charizard. Again, what's crucial here is Rock Slide does so much damage to a Charizard. It will one-shot. So what we're going to do is we're going to build up to 2 Rock Slides. Now, you have to commit 1 shield in this situation to come out on top with shield advantage or switch advantage. Reason being, you can't get hit with a Blast Burn, and now we can go for back-to-back Rock Slides. The first one should be getting the shield from your opponent, or if they don't know, then they're going to go down, but we do get the shield, and we can go for another one right here. This will take out the Charizard, or we get 2 shields, and then we can come in with Empoleon. So we get 2 shields, which is fine. So again, the same situation of softly losing, and if they don't shield, or they don't throw energy, we can get to another Rock Slide. We're going to go ahead and let it go. And we're going to come in with the Empoleon and farm down, which is why I said we still have shield advantage, right? They have 0, we have 1, or we have 2, they have 1. That's what's important here. Now, we do need to shield, right? We can't get hit with the Blast Burn. It's going to be doing neutral damage and a lot at that, but we can basically commit to the farm down, especially since that was a Blast Burn. If it wasn't, if it was a Dragon Claw, I might have thrown the Hydro Cannon right there, but now we'll have to see what is in the back. If they have a Fighter or a Grass, we can hit hard with Dropek, but it's going to be a Togekiss. So, there's a popular team that is run, which is Charizard Double Charmer, so Clefable and Togekiss, and this is why that steel typing is so important. Like I said, it's for that fight, or the dragon typing, the flying typing, and also the fairy typing here. So we resist charm. So Empoleon is going to go to town right here. Now, I do want to say, I know the thumbnail has the Empoleon in it, and it did well today, but honestly, all 3 of these Pokemon are phenomenal and MVPs right here. So we are going to go for another Hydro Cannon right here. Hydro Cannon, again, definitely important with the Empoleon. And then we're going to swap into the Gallade. We do take a lot of damage from Charm, but we can get to the Leaf Blade in time before we go down to Charm and before they get to a charge move. So Gallade going to be cleaning up very, very nicely right here, and that is going to be a good battle. All right. Moving into the next game. I believe this one is going to be another lead loss. I'm going to show you guys all the lead losses and how I handled it, and then we're going to start seeing some of the lead wins, because lead wins are great. So we have Tangrowth versus Blaziken, bad one. I'm actually going to switch out right away in this instance because of counter and Blaze Kick. So I'm going to go ahead and go into Gallade. Gallade's going to absolutely chunk, and I'm punishing them for staying in. Now they are throwing energy right away. This was very quick, so it's going to be a Blaze Kick. I'm not going to shield. I need to maintain a shield advantage, and I think I can get shields on the back end. Now they bring in a Lapras into me. This is dangerous for them. Why? We have Leaf Blade and Close Combat, both of which do a lot of damage. We're going to go for the Leaf Blade for the shield bait first. We do get the shield, and then we're going to go ahead and shield ourselves. You guys saw I'm 1 confusion away from a Close Combat, which will one-shot this Lapras. So we're going to go ahead and shield. We're going to do 1 confusion and then go for the Close Combat right here. If this lands, we flip the matchup. If it doesn't, we get shield advantage. We flip the matchup right there. Boom. Gallade absolutely destroyed. They bring in the Blaziken. We get a free confusion on it as well. That is huge. Now, we can bring in the Empoleon. We are going to be taking super effective damage from counter, but Waterfall absolutely chunks. Oh, my voice right there. We finish off the Blaziken, and the final Pokemon is going to be an Obstagoon, which is fine. We're going to go ahead and go for Hydro Cannon. Remember, we still have Tangrowth with full health in the back. So we're going to go ahead and go for Hydro Cannon right here to get a shield from my opponent. Swap into the Tangrowth, and now we have a shield ourselves. We're not going to shield the first Night Slash right here because they do have a chance to boost their attack, which means we're going to need to shield later on. But this is basically a good game right here to my opponent, and they do decide to surrender. So let's go ahead and move into the next battle. So we've seen a lot of lead losses here. We're going to see, I think, a neutral matchup in this one. I believe it's going to be Snorlax lead. Now, we are going to talk about a better way to approach the matchup as the recording ended on the battle that had the good matchup versus Snorlax, but this one still does well, but you guys will see what I'm going to talk about. So we have Tangrowth on the lead versus Snorlax. Okay, so in this matchup, the sequence we want to go for is Power Whip, and then we want to build up to 2 Rock Slides and go Rock Slide, Power Whip. So what you guys are going to see here, Body Slams are going to be coming through. Got to kind of be careful of Super Power. That still does a lot of damage, but we're super bulky, and we can go for Power Whip right now. This does a lot of neutral damage to Snorlax, and I learned why, because we can basically survive and get off a second Power Whip. But okay, right here, we don't need to give up any shields as well. Body Slam, again, doesn't do a lot of damage, but what we can do is we can get to basically a Rock Slide and a Power Whip before they get to a third Body Slam here. So you can already see we're at Power Whip. We're going to build up to Rock Slide, and I go for double Rock Slide right here, and this is where I learned that it just doesn't do enough damage. This should get a shield from my opponent, and then we go for another one. But look at how close I am to Power Whip right there. That's 1 fast move away, and they're still not at a Body Slam. So I go for the Rock Slide right here, and it's not enough to finish off. So we go for 1 more fast move. As you guys saw, we could have gotten to the Power Whip. So in your situation, go for Power Whip, then build up to 2 Rock Slides, go for Rock Slide, and then go for Power Whip, and you should be able to win that matchup and shield advantage. But we're going to go ahead and come in with the Empoleon and get energy. Again, Gallade is great on the save swap with shield advantage, and Empoleon is great with energy advantage. we are going to see a Machamp come in. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and stay in this and go for a Drill Peck. Now, Charge Move is coming through. We are going to have to shield, but I want to get this shield away from my opponent. Drill Peck and Hydro Cannon have the same energy, so we're just going to go for the super effective move, right? This is what you want to do. We're going for the Drill Peck, and then we're going to swap into Gallade. We're going to be able to get a fast move off on the Machamp, which is going to do a lot, and we're going to have shield advantage in a Gallade mirror, which is perfect. We're going to go ahead and overload a bit on energy. I'm going to let them throw, right? We're going to have to shield the Leaf Blade, but this is why we have that shield advantage right here. So we are going to go ahead and shield that, and we're going to go for Leaf Blade right here to finish off the Gallade. Now we do have our own Leaf Blade, or about to have a second Leaf Blade. But hopefully we can finish off right here. Yeah, we can. We can finish off with fast moves alone. And then we're going to go ahead and go for close combat, I think, just to finish off the Machamp right here. And that is going to be a good battle. So, yeah, definitely in that Snorlax matchup, go for the Power Whip first. A lot of people won't know how much damage it does. Then go build up to 2 and go for Rock Slide Power Whip. And you should be getting a shield and winning the lead. So we're going to go ahead and move into the next battle here. So let's see some lead wins, right? These were all either lead losses or kind of like a neutral matchup. But let's see Tangrowth versus Toxicroak. Actually, another lead loss right here. This is one we can learn from. This was one of my losses today. So we want to instantly swap into Gallade. Same as the Blaziken matchup. I made a mistake of staying in, thinking Power Up. I know it's going to be resisted, right, because of the poison typing. But I'm hoping it's going to do enough damage. And I was unfamiliar with how much damage Confusion does. So we're going to go ahead and not shield right here. I'm hoping it's going to be a bait, but I can't give shield advantage up. It is going to be a Sludge Bomb, which is fine. We're going to bring in our Gallade now, and you guys are going to see how much damage Confusion does. That's why we want to swap in early, right? Same as the Blaziken. That Confusion damage will absolutely chunk. Now, we are going to see an Obstagoon come in. So, we still have some play in this matchup. Whatever's in the back, I'm guessing, might be weak to Gallade, whether that's going to be the Leaf Blade or the Close Combat. Now we're going to go ahead and build up to 2 close combats, basically just shy under 2 close combats. We're going to go ahead and go for the shield bait right here with a Leaf Blade. So I'm hoping they shield, which they do. And then we're going to do one more Confusion, but should have just thrown the close combat right away, but I have to shield right now. So we're going to go ahead and shield, and then I'm going to go for a close combat right here. This does double super effective damage because of that dark normal typing there on the Obstagoon, and then we're going to go ahead and swap into Empoleon. Not the most ideal situation right here, as counter's going to be adding up. But, you know, this is where some mistakes were made. We're going to go ahead and shield the Night Slash. I was thinking it might be a cross chop, which is why I decided to shield there. We're going to go ahead and go for Hydro Cannon right here. Unfamiliar with how much damage this is actually going to do, and it doesn't do as much as I thought it was. Still does a decent amount, but not enough to finish off because they are going to be able to get another charge move off. So, Night Slash now going to be coming through. This is going to do neutral damage to us. And then we are going to be able to farm down right here. Now, whatever's in the back, I'm hoping we can hit pretty hard. It's going to be a Scizor, so we can hit it with the Hydro Cannon right here. This is going to be doing neutral damage and quite a bit at that. And then hopefully I can swap into the Gallade. No, my switch clock's not back up yet. We're going to go ahead and go down, and I don't have enough energy right there. So well played to my opponent there, but I think I definitely should have swapped into Gallade right away. That was the mistake I made, and we can learn from that. If you see a Toxicroak lead, go straight into that Gallade, chunk the health, and you still can win endgame with energy and shield advantage and whatnot. So let's go ahead and move into the next one here. So we have Tangrowth on the lead versus Swampert. Hey, positive lead. You guys will see a lot of Swampert leads. It's very common, and Tangrowth obviously does phenomenal. Now, they are deciding to stay in, which is pretty interesting. So we're going to go ahead and build up the Power Whip, and then I'm going to go ahead and go for it. Now, Charge Move coming through. I'm guessing this is going to be Sludge Wave, but I do not want to give up shield advantage. It is going to be Sludge Wave. It does a lot, which is fine. We're going to go ahead and go for Power Whip right here. We want to get shield advantage, and we still have Gallade in the back with Leaf Blade, which is going to do perfectly fine, but we win lead, which is fine. So they're going to go ahead and bring in Machamp. I try to get to the Rock Slide, can't get to it, but hey, we have Gallade now. We won lead advantage, so now we can bring the Gallade in and start farming down with Confusion because it just does so much damage. We're not going to give up a shield right here. We are going to be resisting both Rock Slide and Cross Chop because of our fighting Psychic typing. Still does quite a bit. We're going to see a Charizard come in, which is beautiful. We can bring in the Empoleon right here. Waterfall is going to absolutely chunk, and all we have to do is basically not get hit by a Blast Burn. So we're going to go ahead and start shielding right here. So Blast Burn does come through, which is fantastic. They could have gone for a shield bait right there, but now we can basically commit to the farm down, and I know that they can't get to another Blast Burn in time. So now the Machamp is going to be coming back in. We have Drill Peck to do super effective damage, which is fantastic. That's why Empoleon is so solid in the Ultra League Premier Cup. they shield, which is fine. That's what they're going to do. Now they are going to throw energy, but they're actually trying to commit to the farm down, which is I'm completely fine with, because I can get to another Drill Peck right here to get his final shield, and then I have Leaf Blade ready to go against this Machamp. So what's going to happen is I'm going to come in, I'm going to click on the Leaf Blade, we CMP tie, I can safely shield, because again, shield advantage. That's very important with this team. Shield the cross chop, go for the Leaf Blade, and that's going to be a good game. So well played to my opponent right there. He definitely clawed back up against some really tough matchups that he had, but that is a good battle. Let's go ahead and move into the next one here. All right. This team was so much fun. So much fun. What a great name. Mando McFly. What a great name. Okay, let's check out this battle here. So we have Tangrowth on the lead versus Porygon Z. What a flex. Community Day Porygon Z. So I know, as of using a Porygon Z myself, that it can't take charge moves at all. Like, if it gets hit with a Power Whip, it's going to be over. Now, they go straight away for the Tri-Attack. This was a bit quick, which is fine. It's going to do a lot of neutral damage, and our attack and defense fell. Now I'm going to go ahead and go for a Rock Slide right here. I'm guessing they're going to shield. They want to try to get this lead advantage, and they do shield, which is perfectly fine. We are going to be hit with another Tri-Attack, and I think I'm going to shield myself. Can't really remember this battle. No, we're going to go ahead and let it go through. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to bring in Empoleon right here. That was it. Again, maintaining shield advantage, coming in and farming. If they go straight for the Tri-Attack, which they are right here, we're not going to shield. That steel typing is so important. We resist the normal type moves as well. So we're going to go ahead and commit to the farm down right here. They may get another Tri-Attack off, which they do. I'm like, oh, I can't give up a shield right here. We have way too much energy. Again, Gallade with 2 shields is what's really important on the safe swap, but we have almost 2 charge moves ourselves. And we are going to see a Machamp now come in. We're going to go for the Drill Peck. We're already at almost a second Drill Peck, which is phenomenal. We're going to go ahead and throw it. We're going to swap now into the Gallade. They decided not to shield, so Confusion's going to absolutely chunk, and we are going to see a Scizor now come in. So we're going to have to start shielding up right here. This is why we have 2 shields. And then basically we're going to be going for a bait with that Leaf Blade and then closing out with a close combat. So we're going to go ahead and build up a lot of energy. Go for the Leaf Blade right here. They have 1 shield. They got to guess right. And even if they don't, it's still going to do a lot of damage. They shield, which is perfectly fine. We're going to go ahead and go for 1 more Confusion right there. We need to shield ourselves. And then the Machamp is extremely low, right? So the Night Slash does come through. It gets blocked. We're going to go ahead and go for the close combat right here. This is going to be doing neutral damage to the Scizor, and a lot of that close combat is a fantastic hard-hitting move. And then Machamp is going to come back in and actually gets off a charge move right here, which is dangerous. But this is why we have energy on Empoleon, everyone. Because we farmed down and saved our shields, we can get to the Drill Peck right here and finish off this game nicely. So really well played to my opponent. Great shiny team right there as well. That was really cool to see. And I believe that was the last battle. Let's see here. Nope, we got another one. Okay. So yeah, this team was so I mean, I was kind of like, what? I went 5-0, 4-1, 4-1. I'm like, wow, okay, I gotta make a video on this. This team is so good. We have Tangrowth versus Machamp. Okay, lead loss. This isn't that great for us, but what we want to do is try to get a shield from our opponent right here. And I believe this was my other loss. So we're not going to shield right here. It's going to be a cross chop, which is going to do some neutral damage to us. And then we're going to go ahead and go for the Power Whip right here. Yeah, go for the Power Whip. It's going to be doing neutral in the matchup. If I'm thinking they're going to shield, right, Rock Slide's a good shield baiting opportunity. But honestly, we're going for the Power Whip, and they don't shield. But this is where I broke my rule of keeping shield advantage. I shield right here, which is tough for endgame for Empoleon and Gallade when we don't have shield advantage, because I thought, okay, I can farm down right here. Whatever comes in, we can hit it hard, and I make a mistake as well. You guys are going to see. I should have gone for Rock Slide right there. It's going to be an Escavalier. Rock Slide would have done a lot better in this matchup. This is going to be double resisted here. So we make a second mistake right there. So yeah, tough matchup here for us. We got to come in with Gallade because we're going to be getting hit hard with the counters right there from the Escavalier. And hopefully this is not a Mega Horn. Mega Horn would do some nice neutral damage. Hopefully it's not. It's just a Drill Run. Yeah, it's just a Drill Run. It still does a lot. Gallade is very squishy, which is why I said if we had shield advantage, if this was flipped and we had 2 shields and my opponent had 1 shield, we'd be in a lot better situation, which is what's important with this team. Now we go for a Leaf Blade to get a shield bait, which is great. Now we got to go for another Leaf Blade right here. I can't get hit with another Drill Run, and I'm hoping they don't shield this. and they don't, and it's still not enough because it's double resisted, right? But I couldn't get to the close combat in time. So I'm going to go ahead and let this go and look to see if I can win endgame with an Empoleon with some energy right here. So we're going to be taking a lot of damage from counter, but we have a bit of extra energy. But what is in the back? A dragon. It's going to be Dragonite. So well played to my opponent right there. Not a lot I can do. I mean, Dropek's going to do some nice neutral damage in the matchup right here, but it's just not going to be enough to really close out this game for us because Dragon Breath and Dragon Claw just really start to add up, even though we are resisting it with our steel typing. Now we still have a shield, but as you guys are going to see, the Dropek is just not going to do enough damage in this matchup to really kind of turn this around. It's going to come close, but it's not going to do enough. So a Dropek now coming through. This is going to be doing neutral damage to the Dragonite. And as you can see, that's pretty close, right? We're coming down. So if I didn't make the mistake of basically shielding the Machamp's charge move, or like trying to commit to the farm down and just came in and farmed energy, we would have been in a lot better situation. So yeah, good game to my opponent right there. And I believe that was... Now we got another one, jeez. Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and move into the next battle here. Let's see how this goes. All right. Yeah, this team Ultra League Premier Cup is so much fun, everyone. I got a lot of team ideas that I think are going to be fun. Excuse me. So we have Tangrowth on the lead versus Empoleon. Positive matchup for us. We are going to be taking super effective damage from the Dropek, but Power Whip does neutral damage, and we can get to it a bit quicker than get to the Dropek right there. So they do decide to shield, which is fine. Again, we're going to maintain that shield advantage. So I'm going to preach this whole video. Dropek's going to come through. It does super effective damage, but that's okay. It's not stab, and we can still get to another Power Whip in time before they get to another charge move. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Power Whip right here. This is going to be doing neutral damage against the Empoleon because of that Steel Water typing, which is why Empoleon's so fantastic. And then I'm not going to shield right here. We have shield advantage, right? Gotta stick to the role that this team has, basically. We're going to come in with the Empoleon right here and get energy advantage on Empoleon. And again, Gallade safe swap with shield advantage. We're going to see a Venusaur come in. So it's going to be still kind of tough. We're going to go for the Dropek right here. Now, Frenzy Plant is coming through. It's going to do neutral damage to us. We're going to go ahead and shield this and then go for the Dropek. I'm hoping to get the shield from the opponent, knowing that they know that I'm probably going to be throwing a Dropek right here. It's going to do super effective damage to them. We don't get the shield, but now we can start chunking with Confusion. So the Venusaur is extremely low, and we have another Gallade come in. And we're so far ahead on energy that I can actually get to 2 Leaf Blades right here against my opponent, and the Venusaur is going to have to throw energy. So we do get a shield right there, and then we are going to be able to get to another Leaf Blade in time. I have it right there, right? I did the 3rd Confusion. We're going to go ahead and shield ourselves, and then we're just going to tap on the Leaf Blade because I did get it. So there it is. We're going to get the Leaf Blade off. This is going to be doing neutral damage and finishing off the Gallade, and the Venusaur is going to have to throw energy to finish me off because it's so low, right? We do 1 Confusion, we do 2. They throw the energy right here. Frenzy Plant, Sludge Bomb, whatever it is going to be taking us out, which is fine. But Empoleon can just get off a Waterfall right here, and we're going to be able to finish off that battle very, very nicely. So well played to my opponent, and I believe, come on, that was the last one. Let's see here. Yeah, that was the last one. So really, really solid sets today. This team really surprised me. It did so well, and it honestly comes down to the play that you have. Hey, a Dino, look at that. They do exist. I was really hoping for a shiny. But this team, I'm telling you guys right now, you need to maintain shield advantage with this team. That's very important endgame for the Empoleon Gallade core. And then if you face off against something like Toxicroak or Blaziken on the lead, you need to swap into that Gallade to chunk as much health as possible. But that was a very good set right there. And we're kind of like almost just past halfway through rank 7. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk more about the team. Alright, so we are over here on pvpoke.com. You guys can do rankings, battle simulations, team building. Everything you guys need to know about PvP is on this website. It's free to use and it's fantastic. Now, as you guys can see, we have the team. Ultra League Premier Cup. You guys can change it to Premier Cup up there. It will do all Pokemon on default, so you got to change it to Premier Cup. We have Tangrowth on the lead, Empoleon, and Gallade. Overall coverage, safety, and consistency is really strong. The bulk isn't there, which is why I said we need shield advantage in a lot of situations. But taking a look at the X's and O's here, what do we see? So we see that Tangrowth does well against a lot of those water leads, right? So Lapras, Swampert, it does well against Ampharos and Empoleon, does well against Gallade, can do well against Honchkrow as well, but it's kind of iffy depending on if you land the Rock Slide, it's going to do fantastic. But it can soft lose to a lot of stuff. So if we soft lose to a Charizard, right? I don't know, where's the Charizard at? Charizard in there. But you guys saw, we can soft lose to the Charizard or absolutely destroy it in the one shield situation. Now, Empoleon and Gallade are fantastic, and Gallade is really like the MVP, the secret MVP of this team, because if you give it 2 shields endgame versus the opponent, it can beat so many different Pokemon. We even saw it go in against the Clefable, which is a hard loss right there, because it's taking super effective damage from Charm. But if you have shields and you have a bit of energy and you can kind of land that Leaf Blade, it does so much. So this team is absolutely phenomenal. Biggest weaknesses we see, something like maybe a Sceptile, Berserker, Gengar, Magnezone. Actually didn't face any Magnezone. That's kind of interesting. And Braviary. Now, that is completely manageable with this team. Just looking at it, Sceptile, Tangrowth, Rock Slide's going to be doing neutral. You got Close Combat, you got Drill Peck, and like I said, you got to kind of soft lose that lead or hard win, and they switch out and you bring in the hard counter, and it's kind of good game from there. So, let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this team, what you guys thought about the battles. And I will say I don't know of any replacements off the top of my head. It's not like Venusaur could go in, because Venusaur really can't beat Charizard like Tangrowth can. So this team is very specific with Tangrowth, Empoleon, and Gallade with the correct moves right there. But it's a phenomenal team. I dropped all of my dust to make this team happen. Tangrowth and Empoleon I did last night when I built the team, and this morning when I ran it, it worked out beautifully. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.